This Could Get Dicey is a Dungeons & Dragons podcast, so things can sometimes get a little, well, you know. Content warnings can be found in the episode description.
And welcome to This Could Get Dicey, a D&D podcast where a group of buds get to unwind from their 9-to-5s and step into the world of Drew Gala. My name is Destiny Nieto, I play Lü'mis Bjorn, and before things get a little too dicey, I just like to say it's a beautiful day to watch The Prestige.
Oh, let's go.
What a good movie.
Good movie.
Love Wolverine.
Was that
it
your
holds
first
up.
time?
It's a great movie. I love it so much.
You've seen it multiple times?
Oh, yeah. And I feel like I purposely space it out enough where I kind of slightly forget some aspects of it. It was great. It's a great movie.
Wait, does The Prestige have Christian Bale in it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay, I was wondering.
Well, because there's the other movie that came out at the same time with Edward Norton.
Yes, because it was two magic movies. I wanted to make sure.
Is that
we
the
were talking about the same
Illusionist?
magic movie. The Illusionist.
The Illusionist.
I didn't like that
right.
one as much.
No, same. I don't think anyone did, right?
The
No.
Prestige
Yeah.
won that fight, I think. Yeah.
Easy.
I do love Edward Norton, but I haven't seen The Prestige. I think I've only ever seen that movie once, and I was like, damn, magic, real for real.
I think I have it on DVD. We can
Me
watch
too,
it
I think, actually.
whenever.
Dude, nice.
2 screens.
Movie night. We all doing this weekend. I know Destiny just watched it.
I'll watch it again.
So good.
It's so good. There was when I started it, I was like, wait, I kind of forget what happens. How does this end? And then some things happen, and I'm like, oh, wait a minute. That's
I like how
what
you're like,
this
let me not
is."
spoil this 15-year-old movie to anybody listening.
Because I'm trying to remember how it ends, too.
Well, that's
Doesn't
The Prestige. You can't reveal.
You can't. Exactly.
It's the whole
Doesn't
point.
it just end with just magic real? I literally cannot remember the movie. I just remember that it's very good.
I guess we'll have to watch it soon.
The movie always ends that when you reach in your pocket, there's like an ace of spades in there, and you're like, how did this get here? Every single time you watch it.
Every time.
There's a
Edward
card
Norton, no.
No.
No, Ed. Hi, my name is Alex Villarreal. I play Ellis Vendove, and it is a beautiful day to feel productive.
Mm,
Oh,
Nice.
that's good.
delectable.
Good feeling.
I wasn't planning on it. I was actually really sleepy when I woke up this morning, but I was very productive at work, and then I came home and was just pretty much productive until about 45 minutes before we record. I was so productive that 45 minutes before we started recording, I played some video games. I was like, oh, I got a quick 45 to throw in some video games really
Whoa.
quick.
That's
Damn.
big.
Like kitchen clean video game time.
Oh, you're
I
like
was like, in the
responsible.
zone.
I play games before kitchen clean.
I can't. Otherwise, the kitchen's not getting cleaned.
Well, you have kids and stuff.
I'll do some YouTube for show, watch some YouTube, and then it's just like, oh fuck, gotta go clean the kitchen. But I was just I was in a flow state. I was just like, oh, I got 10 minutes to spare. I got laundry in the dryer. Fold that up. I was like, oh, I need to fucking make some homemade coffee creamer. I got it, and I made some homemade coffee. I was just like, oh yeah, felt good.
Dang, what was the secret sauce? What happened that caused you to be in this mood?
Facts, absolutely facts. I didn't have time to take a nap before picking up my wife from work.
Interesting.
Did not have time to take a nap. And so instead of taking a nap, I just well, I do have time to go for a run. And then I went on a run, and then I just got in the car. And then when I came back, no nap.
Maybe it's time to start weaning yourself off naps.
I think I brought this up on the podcast before. It's a hard fought battle. I love a nap, but I hate a nap. I fucking hate naps. They ruin my days.
So many days, I'm not a napper, but so many days I wake up and I'm like, today's a nap day probably. But then by the time it's would be nap time, not.
I napped literally I woke up 15 minutes before we were supposed to record right now, and I'm gonna go to bed just fine.
That's crazy.
Insane. That is insane what you just said.
Every part of that, yeah.
If I took a nap right before we recorded, I'd be up until 3:00 in the morning. Like,
Same.
I'm not sleeping tonight.
I'd also be pissed at y'all. Sometimes I rarely fucking take a nap and wake up like not in the middle of the worst REM cycle you can wake up in the middle of, where I'm just like, I'm pissed off.
Hello, I'm Kenny Chilton, and I play Emil Mazak, and it's a beautiful day for baseball season to start. Ooh, let's go.
Put me in, coach. I'm ready to play.
I wasn't always a baseball fan, but as I've gotten older and married into a baseball family, I'm like unreasonably excited, like more excited than anyone else around me. So I've been like trying to like poke at people to be like, are you a baseball person that I can talk to about baseball or not? And I haven't found my person like at work yet or anything, but man, I love sports. I love sports so much. And now that I can't play anymore, I got to get my competitive fix somewhere. And baseball season is so long.
Too
the
many
longest.
games.
It's 163 games a season.
Jeez.
Plus postseason, which can be like 20-something games. So it's like from this Thursday, like from late March all the way to October is baseball season. And I'm so excited it's here.
You be watching like non-Rangers games? Like you be watching just like who's playing today? I'm watching it. The Orioles are playing. I'm watching it.
It depends on who's playing. Like I'll for sure watch Shohei Ohtani play anytime, just because.
Of course,
so fun
He's
to watch.
the GOAT.
Depends on who's playing, but yeah, I will. I'm just that guy now. I'm just like a dad who watches baseball now.
I'm gonna say that baseball is like a hard one for me because it seems like such a radio sport.
Because it's so boring.
Oh my god!
I like on the radio live.
Radio is
so good.
Is sick for baseball.
That's what I'm saying. It's a radio sport. Like, you know, football on radio hard because you're not seeing how hard they're hitting each other and stuff like that. And how
I love
I
like
agree.
The teams will post like, you know, a couple days after a game or a day after a game, they'll like post video of a really cool home run that happened or whatever with like the radio broadcast over it, and that's always so freaking cool. I got to get y'all to a game with me this season.
I like going to games.
I like going to a football game.
Baseball.
We can do the 9 for 9 challenge.
Baseball,
We're talking about baseball.
That's fine. You said football.
You said football.
Oh, I want to go to any game.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we should
I
go.
like
We should go to the
baseball
Round Rock games.
Yeah, those are fun.
They're super fun.
Mostly because you
Let's
get to eat hot dogs and pretzels. And,
Yes.
And there's always like the mascots running around and stuff. And
Yeah, we got to get out to a game. It's baseball season, baby. Welcome to America.
Kenny, would you do the 9 for 9 challenge with me? The 9 by 9 by 9 challenge?
Is that 9 beers, 9 hot dogs, 9 innings?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's add a 5th ring to my gauntlet. That's fine.
Let's do it.
I'm just kidding. I've never done that before. But
It's like, you mean every baseball game I've ever been to?
But I would partake. Yeah, sure.
do you
Time
have
and
to get
place.
the big course?
I'll get the big cores.
Sure.
Let me get the big cores. Let me get the big cores.
Hi, my name is Becky Schmader, and I'm the game master for This Could Get Dicey. And it's a beautiful day to make a really good sandwich.
Why? Hold on.
I mean, it did sound like a good sandwich, Becky. It sounded like a great sandwich.
I hopped on the call late, but I heard some conversation about this sandwich.
The sandwich was good. My body didn't like it for whatever reason. But the sandwich was roasted chicken, some cheddar cheese, some lettuce, cucumber, radishes, mayo mustard, pepper, and then a little bit of homemade like lemon salad dressing.
Damn, hell yeah. That sounds so good.
Yeah.
What was the bread? What kind of bread were you working on?
The you know, like the HEB.
Was it wheat?
No.
Alex will lose his mind.
It was the HEB, like...
Man, fuck y'all.
You know, like, when you go in the... it's like the HEB, like, farmhouse white bread from the bakery section. Or the country white bread or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Country white?
Yeah. That one.
Sure. I bet it was great.
I actually meant to say a different thing for It's a Beautiful Day, but this is kind of related in that, like, so my garden's been thriving a little bit. I've been, like, getting my 5 fruits and vegetables a day, y'all.
Yeah,
and I feel
that's
better.
awesome.
That's the goal.
You're eating
Except for
from your
today.
garden?
I was
That's like you're eating your own supply right now, like regularly?
I'm eating my own supply.
That's so cool.
You're getting high off your own supply right
That-
now?
I am. Yeah, I'm
That's
getting,
sick.
Really
I've been
cool.
writing down what all I've been getting because I kind of want to know by the end of the season, like, how much groceries was it and stuff. It's not a very impressive list, but we'll go through it real quick. Half a bunch of kale, 2 weeks worth of lettuce, 1 jar of pickled radishes, and then another bunch of radishes on top of that, like a bunch of radishes, not like a bunch of.
This is like an old-timey shopping list.
This is 2 weeks worth of lettuce.
Yeah, what
half
I'm getting
bunch
from
kale.
from the hour-long wagon ride to the market.
Yeah, it's not a very accurate list, but I was also like measuring leafy greens in like pounds is also not impressive to be like, I got 2 ounces of kale today.
I was gonna say, I was like, hey man, that's like $8 so
That's,
far.
I was gonna say that's also just really cool. I bet it's like so good for your body.
If I feel good. 'Cause,
Except for
yeah,
this
with-
one sandwich, but you didn't grow that chicken, so I bet it was the chicken.
I bet it was the chicken for sure. Yeah, that's what did it. The
Next
chicken
up,
was
you
a
need
couple
to-
days old too. You never
Let's
know.
raise your own chickens, and you can.
I'm saying,
you know.
Kenny, you got the biggest yard.
I wish I could have
Destiny?
chickens.
Chickens in your yard?
I don't know if Marceline would like that.
Does Marceline go outside?
Yes. It's her enrichment time. We take her outside every day.
It's outside time, and then it's lockup time.
Yeah.
It's like a prison.
Are you all ready to play some Dungeons and Dragons?
Play ball.
Last we left off, our adventurers had wrapped up their time in Mistfall by making one last stop with Elizabeth. They got the decoded letter and found out that the followers of Atorum were most likely headed to the Elderwood soon. With this information now in hand, they headed off using the teleportation box. Despite Emil's strong knowledge of Venzor along with most everyone else's, the group didn't make it to Venzor on their first or second try. After their second go of it, they decided to hoof it, quite literally, on Oxen Ellis, and walked the rest of the way. Upon their trek, though, they encountered a fox, similar to one that they saw at the beginning of their journey together. Following the fox, they came to the river, and standing before them was Volpanus, demigod of good fortune. Volpanus gave them some clearer answers, some light guidance, and some good luck stones, then sent them on their way. You all finally made it to Venzor, and Lü'mis, you found that the amulet to Dodathal you purchased seems to have a bit more weight behind it, a sign perhaps that your devotion is being taken seriously. And so we find you all crossing the bridge into Venzor. What do you do?
Emil's first thing when he crosses the bridge to Venzor, he's gonna look down, realize this is the first time in a long time he's stepped into the public without a suit on. He's got his jacket on, like over a regular kind of shirt, but he's not fully dressed as Emil Mazak. And he looks back at the party and he's like, Ellis, does your Mask of Many Faces work on anyone or just you?
Just me, buddy, unfortunately.
Okay. I mean, can anyone like disguise me? I mean, I don't want anyone else out here to see me before my family does, you know?
Well, hold on. Why? Are we not going straight to your family?
We are. It's just, yeah, I'm just, comfortable. I'm uncomfortable. I have been feeling good about this. And I point to like the bark. The last week or so. But being here is weird. It's weird. This is weird for me.
I walk up to you and I place a hand on your shoulder and I'm like, dog, the way at least you talk about your business and what you and your family do in your shop, you have painted an image in my head that you practically run this fucking city. So, and I, pat your shoulder, and I'm like, you got this. Just strut your stuff. You are who you are. And I'll give you a bardic inspiration.
Okay. I'm gonna turn. Emil's pretty torn. Could I have Alice roll a persuasion check on me?
Sure.
A 13 plus 13. 26.
Oh.
Plus 13. What the
Oh my
fuck? Gee,
Damn.
maybe we need to do a stats review real quick. That's crazy.
Not at all, brother.
That's awesome. No, not as in I challenge it. That's really cool. Emil thinks about trying to disguise the bark as he had been doing for so long. Thinks about trying, chokes down a cough at the thought of it, and then decides not to. He's okay. Let's, what time is it?
I think it's like 11 a.m. Like it's late morning.
The girls are in school. Is it a weekend or no? Do you know exactly what day it is?
I do know exactly what day it is. I believe it is the 22nd day of Hallow Moon. So you were here approximately 3 weeks ago.
School in session today?
School is in session.
The girls are in school. So it'll just be
Oh,
Cara.
yes, it's a
and-
Wednesday. Sorry, I missed that part. It's
It's
a
Wednesday, my dudes. So Cara is at the shop, and the girls are in school. So let's go to the shop and we can pull Cara up to the loft maybe and talk to her first.
Are you gonna go in? Are you just double checking? Because the last time you talked to me and Lü'mis about this, you still didn't kind of want to lead the way on this. I'm happy to do it. I'm happy to do whatever. But are you leading? Are you walking in? Who's walking in first into Venzor's Varieties today?
I will meet Cara in the loft. If the two of you will go in, say hello, cover for her, and I'll pay you the hourly rate. We pay minimum wage, but the benefits are great after 6 months of employment. I'll meet Cara in the loft. If y'all will get her up there. I don't want to surprise her on the floor. Or any of the customers. I don't want to throw off any of my regulars.
We'll try to be as inconspicuous as possible and say, "Hey, Cara, I know you were surprised to see us here and not your husband. Your husband is upstairs."
Can you
Go talk to
Can you
him.
make me invisible?
Yeah, I can do that for sure.
Just when we get to the store. I just don't want to cause a scene on the selling floor.
Okay, sounds good. Lü'mis, you got my back on this for sure?
Yeah, for sure.
Hell yeah, dude.
I'm trusting you two with the store. Can you handle it?
Yeah, we've sold stuff before.
I'm sure I can figure out the POS system, no problem. It's gonna be fine.
Fuck. Kenny doesn't know what that means, but Emil does for sure.
The
Point
the
of
point of
sale.
point of sales.
Great.
The-
Can you tell I've never worked a service job?
The ding that takes your monies.
Great.
Like a cash register, you know?
Yeah.
Or
Let's
keep
it going.
like the bird.
Yes.
The bird.
I'm gonna be turning around and handing somebody some sort of like parchment paper. I'm like, oh, I just need you to answer a couple questions for me. Just answer a couple questions for me. Gonna say tip 200%.
Okay, Bird, you fly away. Go back to the store.
Goodbye, sir. I will see you at the store.
See ya. I don't know what that bird just said because surely my spell has worn off by now, but sure, it was really cool. Helena, welcome to Venzor. I own a store here called Venzor's Varieties, and it's a great store. If you see anything you want, I mean, there's nothing in there for 5 gold, which I'm pretty sure is all the money you have, but you just let me know. I might be able to get you a discount or something.
Very good. You asked Lü'mis and Ellis to hold down the shop. I noticed you did not ask me to help run the store while you speak with your wife. Is there anything
Yep.
I could do?
You know, it's your first time here. I think maybe you should just enjoy the sights and sounds. Acclimate. You know, just acclimate. There's a nice bench outside of Venzor's Varieties where you can sit.
You don't want me to go inside at all?
Oh, come inside for sure. But if this
okay.
takes too long, you can have a seat. There's an ice cream shop down the street. Just, I'd rather you be a customer. Be an
I can do
interested
that.
tourist.
I will test the customer service here at Venzor's Varieties.
Okay, that sounds good.
You all head towards Venzor's Varieties. The city has continued to move at its bustling pace since you last were all here a few weeks ago. And as you approach the store, it seems busy as ever. And since you were last here, Emil, your turning into a dryad has certainly progressed. Your shoulders and arms are mostly covered in patchy bark. Your neck and chest and legs have large pieces of bark across them. It's still rather flat to your skin, not sticking out or changing your bones at all, except for like probably around your shoulders. It's starting to creep up. Your hands are pretty gnarly, and you can like kind of barely see any skin on your hands. But your face is still relatively untouched, as just like bark is starting to creep up your neck. But your main handsome face features are still there.
Thank God.
Except for you do have that scar on your
I have
neck.
a big scar on my neck, right? Like my head got chopped off, that kind of scar.
If that's what you want it to be, sure.
I think it would be like all
That'd
the
be
way
cool.
across.
That'd
Yeah.
be cool. So let's do that. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll approach the street that Venzor's Varieties is on and say, all right, Ellis, hit me up with the invisibility, because all of these people know who I am, so.
Sounds good. And I spank your butt and I cast invisibility.
It's just a floating pill bug in the air, but it's fine. I mean, I'll see you all later. I'm gonna head upstairs, and I'll sneak off. I'm gonna try and sneak through the store to the loft upstairs, which is mostly like storage now. We don't live there anymore, but I think there's probably a cot there still, and like dusty old remnants of what used to be a starter apartment, but it's mostly just storage.
I turn to Helena and I say, look, fuck all that shit Emil said. The second Cara hands over the reins to me and Lü'mis, we are effectively the general managers of Venzor's Varieties. And Helena, if you would like a job, you got a job. You earned it. We'll find you work for you. Right, Lü'mis?
Yeah, I don't care.
Yeah, we don't give a shit. All right, y'all. All right, team.
Sounds excellent.
We walk into Venzor's Varieties and kind of not like sheepishly, but like kind of like, you know, try to catch Cara's eye. I try to catch Cara's eye.
I think
give her a
Lü'mis just
wave.
walks straight up to Cara.
Okay, we're
Yeah, Cara is kind of finishing checking out a customer when you all walk up to the counter. Oh, good to see the three of you. I don't. Where is Emil?
This is Emil, and I point to Helena.
Hello,
I'm just
my
kidding.
name is Emil Mazak. I believe you are my wife.
I'm just kidding. It's really, really great to see you. Emil's just fine. Emil's totally okay. Emil is upstairs in the loft. He wants to meet you up there to talk to you. He said to pass over the reins. We'll watch over the store. We won't break anything. We'll figure out the POS system. You cool with that?
Yeah, sure. I mean, wow. Always an air for dramatics, Emil has. But yeah, I will. I'll head right on up there.
Sounds good. We got everything under control. Trust us. Nothing will go wrong.
I'm just gonna go up. I'm just gonna go upstairs. Okay. She like kind of just like points you at the POS system and then kind of hurries upstairs to the loft. Cara heads up the stairs and kind of. Are you invisible still as you are up?
Yes.
Up here.
I'm staying.
Okay.
Well, I don't have control over the invisibility, so I think I'm still invisible. Yes. Unless I attack her when she comes in.
I'm not sure if you can. I think you can drop invisibility whenever you want.
Can
to,
I?
Or you can just sending stone to me and I'll drop it from.
Yeah.
If I'm not too busy downstairs. That's all I'm saying.
Regardless, Emil is still invisible when Cara comes up.
Yeah, she like shuffles up the stairs, kind of comes up into the loft and sort of moves a couple boxes around. And Emil, are you up here?
I'm here. I'll say I'm like standing in the middle of the room. I'm just invisible right now. It is so good to see you.
I would say the same if I could see you right now.
Haven't you ever just wondered what it would be like to like be in that one movie where Patrick Swayze's a ghost, and do the like Coke can thing?
Sure, let me pull up a chair real quick. And she pulls up a chair next to like a little end table and like puts down a vase on the end table, and she's like, okay.
I'll just walk up and embrace her. Just
Okay.
give her a big hug while I'm invisible still. No, I needed to be invisible for this first part, and Ellis is helping me with that, with the spell. I know it's only been a few weeks. I don't know what those weeks have been like for you, but for us, it's been indescribable. I'm going to show myself in just a second, but before I do, I want to hear how things are going. How are you? How are the girls? How's everything?
Everything at the store's been really good, and
No, not the store. How are you? How are the girls?
I'm good. The girls are good. Everyone's healthy and happy and doing well in school, and I mean, I'll be honest, Emil, I'm a little anxious here. You're not showing yourself, and it's a little I don't know what to expect here. I just want to see you.
I'll take her hands and say, "Don't be scared. It's just me." I just want to have one more conversation before I'm the me that I am now to you. And I'll guide one of her hands to some of the bark that's rising up on my skin on my hands, some of the like viney parts of my hands, and I say, "This is a little preview of what's to come. I told you about the Drees blood. Told you about my condition and how I was looking for a cure. Well, we went to Ursa Honor, and I found others like me. A lot of them. Many of them. Much more progressed than I am. Living happy, healthy lives in the cold of the north. The cold did something to them. But I met my mom. Maria is her name. She's like me. She's a Drees blood, like we suspected. I guess another word for it would be dryad. This condition, the Drees blood, it's really just a transition into being a dryad. Oh God, I don't know what order to say things in right now, or to do things in. I just don't want you to be shocked when I show myself and I've got bark all over me. I'll let go of her hands, and as I'm invisible, I'll take off the jacket, kind of set it down, and just have like my sleeveless shirt that I've had on. And I'll like let down my guard and let the bark grow up in places where maybe it was repressed. And I'll speak into the sending stone and say, "Hey Ellis, can you drop the invisibility, please?"
You hear something clatter on my end, and I go, "Yep," and I drop the invisibility.
I can't wait to hear what in fiction happened for that clatter.
Yeah. we'll be back to that.
And so I'll stand there with my arms open, like. And so this is what's happened in the 3 weeks since I stopped resisting the transformation. I don't need you to be okay with it. I don't need you to accept this right now. But this transition that I'm going through it's who I am. It's who all of the Drees blood are. And it comes from something that happened 1,000 years ago. It's inherent. It's not me choosing something. It's just who I am. Emil starts to break down a little bit. He says, I guess I'm interested in what you have to say. What your reaction is to this.
You could see that like her eyes have been welling up a little bit with tears. You can't tell at this moment whether it's, what emotion is driving that. She kind of like wipes them away and just like rushes into your arms and like completely like embraces you as tightly as possible. And she, Emil, I don't care what you look like. I don't care how progressed this has gone. Are you okay? You're safe. You're here in front of me. I know that you've made that trek and that you're okay. Does it hurt? Are you okay with what's happening to you?
I will just push her back a couple of inches, not wanting to get too far from her. And I'll tilt her chin up to look at me. And I'll say, this is the most okay I've been in a long time. Even before I've left. This right here. And I'll like gesture to her and me together. This is the most okay I've been. And I say, I haven't done this with anyone, so I don't know how scaly or barky my lips are. But I'll lean down and give her like really deep, big kiss. And just let it last as long as she's willing to not talk.
Yeah, I think it's like, I think like last time you all visited, you had like an evening together, but this feels like there's so much more weight behind it. There's so much more like worry and anxiety, I think, between the two of you just like washing away as it's like a kiss that lasts longer than maybe it should. And then you all like pull away but stay like still close and embraced.
I mean, I don't know what to say. I feel like I've been all over the place the last week. I mean, like a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago. I'm not saying this to scare you, although I know it's scary. I did die. I was gone. Like gone. Away. Did you see the Green Knight downstairs?
Yeah, they took that was you. I didn't believe them for a moment there, but
in a way she is. She brought me back. She used a diamond and kind of, I have a diamond in me now. I would have brought it to you if it had sustained, but it was used up in the spell. I am reborn, I guess. I don't want to sound all evangelist, but the magic that Helena has is through the goddess Siloria. And since she brought me back, I mean, things have just been different for me. I'm seeing things in a new way. As long as you've known me, since we started this venture together, what has always been the most important thing to me?
Well, I hope this isn't a trick question. I
it's
would
not
say
a trick question.
The family, the store, money.
Success, right? Money, the store, growing the business. With what we've learned and with what we've been doing, Cara, I couldn't give a shit about any of that. Even coming here today, like being downstairs, like what matters to me is you and the girls and all the people in this city and in this continent and what's coming for them. I told you a little bit about the conflict we were facing. It's escalating. It's building quickly. I don't have time anymore to be afraid of who I am. I don't have time for that anymore. And the last thing that was standing in my way of fully accepting who I am and using these gifts, because I'm starting to see them as gifts, and I will like sprout a vine from one of my hands and like reach it out towards her, not touching her with it because she's probably not, I don't know if she's cool with that yet, like, but I'll sprout a vine and say like, these gifts that I've been given came from the Fae 1,000 years ago, and nothing really matters to me anymore. except saving everyone, building what my friends have helped me realize is like trust, right? Like bonds. These things are important. And I maybe would have ignored all that before, shirked that particular responsibility, but that's what matters to me right now. I can't succeed. We can't succeed without trusting each other, without knowing each other at our cores. So this is who I am. This is what I am. I'm a dryad. Like my mother before me, and like many others. And I'm done resisting.
She kind of like weaves her hand into the vine that you've outreached and traces it back to your hand, and brings you like close again and puts her hands on either side of your face. Emil, you left but 3 weeks ago, kind of hoping to find a cure for this, hoping that if our daughters were to inherit this, that they wouldn't suffer this disease. And I think in a way you have found some sort of cure here, and that is acceptance. Accepting that this can be a gift, that it can be okay, that it can be something that you can live with. That in itself can be some sort of cure. I mean, in 3 weeks you've become quite a different man, different than perhaps the man I married in many ways, but I'm so proud to see who you've kind of grown into here. You, like you said, we've always sort of focused on success and the store and money and the material things and how that could bolster our children. And you're looking beyond all of that to make sure that they will have a world to live in. And that's admirable too.
You're a banker. You have a background in banking and investment. The way I'm seeing it is that this is my long-term investment in the future of our children and the future of Drugala. And I don't know what I was worried about. You're 100 times smarter than me. And this makes sense, right? Like, why fight who I am? And I do think it took me going to Ursa Honor to realize who I was and that this is okay. And I hope the girls can see it the same way when we share with them after school today. I mean, what do you think? I don't want to hide this from them anymore.
I think it would be good to show them who you're becoming, and I think it would be good for them to learn early, to embrace whatever changes might come. If this is to one day happen to them, I want them to not be scared. So I think it'd be best to show them now to not be scared of it.
Yeah, there were kids in Ursa Honor. And although shit went south in Ursa Honor in a major way, the people who lived there, the Dryads, the Dreesblood, they were so happy, so free. And I pictured a world in which Angel didn't have to dream about meeting the Fae, but she knew she was part Fae. Isn't that so, I don't know, ironic that she's had this interest in the mystical the whole time, and the mystic was actually in her. Yeah. Thank you, Cara. Do you want to go downstairs and check on if they're ruining our family business, or stay up here with me for a little longer?
Let's sit up here they got it downstairs. I'm not too worried.
I mean, I would make a wood joke, but I think we should fade to black, maybe.
The two of you sit down on the old cot that's still there, and we fade to black as we cut down to Lü'mis, Ellis, and Helena.
Thank you for listening to our podcast. This could get dicey. It means the world that you hear. You've made it all the way to episode 84. What an elegant sounding number. If somebody told me to guess a number between 1 and 100, I would not guess 84. It seems too avant-garde. It seems too mature. Either way, it doesn't fucking matter what I think. What matters is that you're here and that you're listening to our podcast, and that means the world to us. If you love our podcast and want to continue to support it, you can head on over to patreon.com/TCGDpod and find a tier that works for you, or sign up for the free tier that has our little video that we put out every week called This Did Get Dicey. I want to give a special, super big thank you to all of our patrons. Y'all help make this podcast grow financially, and we can improve it. We can put more time and effort into it because you have shown us that you care about this podcast enough to support it, and that, lights a fire under our butt. You can also head on over to Apple Podcasts and write a review, and I will read it out loud on this podcast, and I'll say whatever you want. You can also tell a friend. Word of mouth is exceptional. If you love a thing, tell somebody else about a thing. You'd be the annoying friend that's like, check out this thing. And they're just like, okay, I'll check out the thing. But you never know. Somebody might actually check out the thing. And isn't that such a great feeling when you tell somebody to check out a pretty niche thing and then they come back, they're like, hey, I checked out that thing and it was cool. Anyway, that would mean a lot, and that you would feel really good in the process. Here's an ad for Wing Women.
Incoming message coming from the 588.
Good morning, recruits. Welcome to hell.
This is basic training. No one's supposed to die.
Wing Women is a semi-historical actual play podcast.
Have you pissed anyone off recently?
No one I can think of. While I run through the bulleted indexed list of people we've pissed off in the last couple of days.
They endure discrimination from their male counterparts.
All of your beds have been carried out of the nurse's station and placed in the middle of the jogging track.
I don't think it was Ivan. He's weak.
Against this bitter setting, our four motley heroines gain the chance to experience queer joy, gender euphoria, and equality for the first and perhaps the only time in their lives.
How obvious am I being?
See, I've kind of always thought that there is a level to some of us in this barracks that's visible.
Have you been using the word shenanigans?
I've been experimenting.
Where did you learn that word?
Until the next mission, this is us, signing off.
What has been happening downstairs with you all?
When the second Cara goes upstairs, I look at Lü'mis. I say, all right, Lü'mis, our first day. It was our first day. What do you want to do? I have an idea, but what do you want to do?
I mean, technically, this is like our second day.
But like first day promotion, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, because we are the general managers now, I understand.
Yes.
We should make Helena try to make a sale.
We should definitely make Helena try to make a sale. I don't know how interested you were in actually working.
Isn't the higher up you go, the less you actually do?
Facts. Facts, King. Incredibly true. I was thinking, hey, all I'm saying is technically we're the GMs right now. The office, that's our office. So I could maybe stay out here and I can run the cash register. You can do your sneaky sneak thing if you want to rummage through their shit.
Yeah, I'll check out the general manager office. I mean, that's where we're meant to be, right?
Yeah, you're supposed to be in there. That's where I imagine Emil is when he's not out, trying to save the world. He just has his feet kicked up and he has his kids doing all the work.
Yeah, that makes sense. I'll go back there, but I also do want to watch Helena make a sale, or at least
absolutely. I'm sure we have I kind of elbow you like lots of time. You know what I'm saying? Lots of time. I like to picture that there's like you and me are talking right in front of the cash register and there's like actively a customer out like holding something just waiting, and I'm like, I bet they're up there. You know.
Sir, I just want to buy some
We're
of
talking
this
here.
honey.
Can you hold it?
Oh, Okay.
Go on, Ellis.
So, in fact, this is perfect. This is perfect. Do you think a situation like this is good for Helena, or should Helena like go out into the wild and try to go talk to somebody? I could just ring this person up really quick. They're probably buying some bullshit. Turn to them, I'm like, "What's up, dude? What you buying?"
Oh, I'm buying this Vindove honey that it looks real tasty.
Oh yeah, it's the best honey in the land, supposedly. And
Wow.
I take it from him, and I'm like, "What's the price tag on this nowadays?" What's the price tag say?
Y'all know our economy's messed up. 2
It's,
gold.
it's like the best honey in the world.
3 gold.
I look at it, I'm like, 3 gold.
It better be really
laughing.
good. I'm gonna have it on
Uh,
some toast, or maybe some English muffins, or maybe on some fruit, or maybe in my tea, or on some corn cakes.
The world's your oyster, buddy. That'll be 3 gold.
Okay. He gives you
Um,
3 gold.
I'm like, great. And then I turn around like a wooden tablet. I'm like, I just need you to answer a couple questions for me. And after he leaves, I turn to Helena and I say, all right, Helena, you want to try your hand at sales?
Yes, I must be honest. Over the last hundreds of years, I have been mostly relying on a bartering system out in the wilds. Trading acorns for locations to herbs from the squirrels, trading meat with wolves for locations for water, things like that. And I've only just recently, in the last month, really learned about modern capitalism, I suppose, here in Iceroon.
Well, I mean, you take comfort in the fact that it's kind of the same thing, right? Like, somebody has a thing, they want a thing, they give you a thing that you want. In most places, people want gold. And people are going to come in here with gold. Emil
We
and his
want
wife
gold.
we want the gold.
We're giving them something here. Okay.
We're giving them
that
a bunch
sounds
of fucking
straightforward.
knockoff crap.
We have the location of water. They have acorns. We have acorns. They have I got it. No problem. Watch
Absolutely.
this. She scans the aisles. She's also pretty tall. And she finds somebody who's looking at.
You want one of us to play the customer?
Nice.
Sure, yes. We'll have one of you play the customer.
I think it should be you, Alex.
You suggested it, I guess. Okay, she scans the crowd, and Alex, what does she see out in the store?
She sees a tiny old shriveled up woman, very very hunched over, and she's looking at a collection of blades, like katanas, that Emil has hanging on the wall.
Helena walks over, kind of wipes off some excess dirt from her plate armor here. Good day, shopper. My name is Helena of the Woods, champion of Siloria, here to help you in Venzor's varieties.
You're the tallest fucking person I've ever seen before.
Well,
Hello.
Okay.
I reach my hand up.
Oh, do you need help getting down this? And she looks up and she's like, oh, this is battle axe. Is this what you were looking for, young lady?
I go, nice, and I wink at Helena. Brownie points. I'm just trying to decide between this battle axe or this halberd. Which one do you think is the best for home defense?
Well, that is an interesting question. Well, if you're wanting to decapitate people, a battle axe is a great place to start. If you're a little bit worried about close combat, halberds are a great option to poke people from a distance. So if you're wanting to poke people either through a window or as they're coming in through a door, a halberd might be a good option. You can kind of get in a stance here, squat down with me, and you put your non-dominant hand sort of lower on the pole, and your dominant hand higher up, and you would do like a thrusting motion with the halberd.
Yeah.
Very good. Now, if you were to use a battle axe, you would really want to kind of swing like a baseball bat at someone's neck. Which of those feels good to you?
Ellis sees just like an old woman like swinging a battle axe around and is probably like knocking something off the shelf. And I imagine maybe that's when Emil asked me to drop the invisibility
Yes.
shelf.
As you're looking, a little boy runs up, like 5 years old. Grandma, have you picked a weapon yet?
Yeah.
Can I try, please?
Young sir, it is never too early to start using weapons.
Let's get both.
You are so correct. No better way than to protect yourself than with 2 weapons.
The boy reaches for the halberd. He wants it.
You can't make me look like a bad grandma in front of my grandson. Yes, we will take both.
Most excellent. Please come to the front, little boy and young lady, and we will check you out here with my friends.
Grandma, this is so sick. This is the best. You're the best grandma ever.
And Helena comes to the front to Ellis and Lü'mis. Hello, fellow workers here at Venzor's Varieties. I, Helena, champion of Siloria from the forest, have brought forward to you these 2 people who, this young boy and this young lady, who would like to purchase a halberd and a battle axe to protect their home.
I look at Lü'mis. I was like, that went really well for Helena's first time.
Yeah, I'm honestly shocked how well that went.
I can still hear you.
I wasn't being quiet.
Me neither.
Okay.
I can't wait to kill someone.
That's right. That's exactly right. Now, in self-defense only, right, little lad?
Mm-hmm.
Do we need to worry about that? Do we need to worry about potential serial killers or murderers?
No, Helena, that's the beauty of capitalism. You just sell them the thing. What they choose to do with it, you don't have to check them. You don't have to do nothing. You just sell them the shit. And what they do, that's their problem.
I'm so excited to have my season 2 character ready to go.
Most excellent. You know what's really fun for a little lad to swing about is a morning star.
Oh, what's that?
That is when you take a big metal spiky orb, place it on chains, connected to a handle, and you can swing it about.
What's wrong with you? That sounds so dangerous.
Okay, that's where you draw the line. I'm understanding more, I think, about modern society.
I ring up the grandma and I say, that'll be 1 gold.
That sounds like a fair trade to me, Ellis. Well done.
I take the 1 gold, drop it, and I'm like, dude, this fucking general manager shit easy as hell. Huh, Lü'mis?
Oh, absolutely. I'm gonna go into the office now.
Oh yeah, see if he has any fucking beer.
The only office I think is like upstairs. The whole downstairs is sales floor. I think upstairs is the only office.
He has to have something hidden away here. Some sort of you know, Emil has something hidden away here, sneaky style. Don't go upstairs though. They're porking for sure.
No, come upstairs. Come on up.
I'm not going to go upstairs. That's idiotic.
Do you need me to
Lü'mis
go
is gonna-
upstairs? I could go upstairs if you need anything.
No, Helena, they're porking.
I don't think I know this term.
I'll teach you after work. After the show's over. No, not like that. Not
The
like
little
that.
boy says, "What does that mean?"
I look at the little boy and I say, "I'm betrothed."
Tell me what that means. And he points the halberd at you.
Yeah.
Oh God.
I think it is time for you to leave, little lad and young lady.
No one get in my way. He walks out the door with the halberd.
Lü'mis wants to find like a hidden drawer, door, anything in here that's not just something for sale.
Okay. Go ahead and roll an investigation check.
12.
I think behind the counter, there's definitely, like some sort of like cabinet here underneath the cash register, with all kinds of like cabinets that have like, notepads and scrolls, stamps, extra of the catalogs to send out, some like bird treats for the birds. Which you see that there's a little window where there's a bird sitting up. One of the hawks, the hawk that you all came back with, is sitting up there ready to depart. And I think, you see like a little tiny kind of drawer that isn't opening right now. It seems to be locked.
I believe I have like thieves.
You have lockpicking.
Lockpick,
you have
lockpicking.
lockpicking proficiency.
Yes, because you
Yeah.
helped Timotheos with his shrimp.
Yes, I would like to use that to open this little drawer.
Okay, go ahead and roll a sleight of hand, and add your roll dexterity and add your proficiency. Right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I get wrong all
Roll
the time.
dexterity, add my proficiency. Okay.
Yes, because you're proficient in thieves' tools. That's how that works, folks at
Yes.
home.
Yes.
I would help you, Loomis, but I have no idea how to work a lock because I did not earn proficiency that day.
You have a sudden urge for shrimp, though.
19.
Yeah, I think with a 19, it's not a fancy lock or anything, but you're able to open this little drawer. And Emil, what do you think would be inside this little locked drawer behind the counter?
I think this is where Emil keeps his ledger, like the actual book they use to keep track of inventory and stuff, but more interestingly, he'll keep like stuff to barter with that he doesn't have to use gold on. So he's got like gemstones in here. He's got like fancy jewelry in here. Maybe like a magic item or two, small magic ring or something in this drawer, so that he can barter with people who bring interesting stuff to the store. So he doesn't have to actually spend gold, but give them useless crap that he doesn't want or doesn't think he can sell.
Okay.
Do we know Emil to like barter?
I wouldn't put it past him.
I mean, that's what this drawer is.
Well, and I look at it, it's just filled with gems and rings and stuff. I'm like, oh.
I think there's definitely value in this drawer. Like if I was gonna, like, he wouldn't keep everything down here, but maybe like 500 gold worth of goods.
This isn't very fun to steal from Emil. It's kind of like robbing Peter to pay Paul, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I was hoping for something more, I don't know, I guess juicier.
I'll take it
Yeah,
all, says the boy, and he points the halberd at you. Give it all to me.
Get out.
Hey,
Get out of the store.
little boy, and Helena draws her own hand axe. Get out of here,
Whoa,
little boy.
Dude,
Oh.
no.
Oh,
no. Put that away. Put that away, Helena. No, we're done here, little boy. Yeah, let's not steal from Emil and Cara and probably, his children's livelihood. I don't know. Maybe go find something funny to steal. Maybe we don't need to steal anything. Maybe we could just do good. I'm having a real internal crisis right now.
I think technically everything that's in Venzor's Varieties catalog would be in this store, right?
That's true. That didn't seem to pique anyone's interest, but that's true.
I mean, Emil's gone, Cara's gone. From player to player, y'all should steal something.
Give me a second.
Yeah, we'll pull it up again, everybody.
This is the ultimate cheat code. Own a
That's-
store as your
that's
backstory, and you can
true.
steal whatever you want.
Okay, here we go. We got remote caltrops, alarm box, light goo, silent whistle, minor illusion coin, magnifying glass of identification, the lightning lasso, various rings, the emblem of Themiska, the belt of the Dwarven Lords, some matchbooks of the Elemental, some bowls of the Elemental, some capes, all of those capes that everyone's been talking about all the time, hanging on one rack.
I look at Loomis and I say, they'd probably fucking know if the cape of the escape artist left, huh?
What are they gonna do? Tell on you?
I don't know. I feel like Emil and I have made like a lot of progress since like screaming at each other in the woods, and if I just like rob his store while he's upstairs porking his wife, like I feel like it's such a really bad precedence for our friendship.
But Ellis, right now this is our store, and also I could be your bodyguard if they were to. You mean you see how I handled that little boy with the halberd? I could take down Emil if I really wanted to.
You really could. You'd crush him like a fucking twig. He couldn't whip a picture of you.
If it's a morality thing, or you still want to be on his good graces, I'll do it.
And Emil certainly is not going to mess with Lü'mis. We know that one. Because I don't mess with Lü'mis too.
I'm in the middle. I'll go back to the drawer and I'll pull out the ledger, and I'll find where the Cape of the Escape Artist is, and I will add Ellis owes you 500 gold, and I'll put 200 gold in the ledger, and I will pay 200 gold for this $700 cape.
All right, you now have the Cape of the Escape Artist. Once per long rest, while wearing the cape, you can cast Dimension Door as an action.
Wait, this is fucking crazy. We just take whatever we want. I don't understand.
I've been thinking about this literally the whole time since the mail catalog came out. I was like, brother, you can just take the shit. It's your shit.
The option
It's all
has
yours.
always been there. Kenny's just been a very honorable player,
Emil still wouldn't do it, even with his newfound acceptance of himself. Still wouldn't do it. Wouldn't do it. Seed of a capitalist for sure.
I'm holding the cape and I'm looking at Lü'mis. I'm like, I'm fucking shaking right now, Lü'mis. I'm fucking you have to steal something too. I'm freaking out. I can't go through this alone.
Again, to my point, what are they going to do? Arrest you?
Be mad at me.
And now you have a Cape of the Escape Artist, so if they come after you, you can just Dimension Door away,
Also, Emil has already been mad at you, and y'all have got through it.
You're right. And he doesn't care about material stuff anymore.
He doesn't. This is the perfect time to steal from him.
Lock the doors. We're pulling a heist.
Find a bag of holding, dump everything into the bag of holding, walk out.
Is there anything else we should get?
I am not taking anything more than this. This is the most expensive thing on the menu.
Imagine if you got the belt of the Dwarven Lords and then you grow a beard, Lü'mis.
Not suspicious at all.
Yeah.
I feel like Lü'mis is just kind of looking through everything and looking through the catalog again and reading the item descriptions of everything. And then he turns to Ellis and says, okay, I have 2 ideas. One, I take the emblem of the Miska for myself. I think it'll work. Can use it on my gloves, potentially. An and/or situation, we also take another box of elementals just in case if Emil does get mad at us, we can be like, oh, but we got this, and he can be happy again with that.
In this situation, everybody gets something. And technically, I did pay I put a 200 gold down payment on all these purchases.
We can tell him also he can take it out of our first paycheck.
I also like the idea that in the process of us becoming general managers, we've made 3 gold and they've lost hundreds of gold. Yeah, do it.
Okay, I'm going to take the emblem of the Miska, as long as, just to reiterate, it will work on my gloves as a little small loophole.
Yes.
Since I don't wear armor.
We will say yes.
Sweet. And then I will also take the matchbook of elementals as a Warsawi potential gift.
As bribery for all the stealing you're doing. Okay.
Yeah, and then in the ledger, similar to Ellis, Lü'mis will put IOU whatever I owe.
1,100 gold.
1,100 gold. Minus 100
Why?
because I'll put in money as well.
Oh, you're putting in. Okay, so
I'm putting
1,000
in
gold.
money. Yeah, I'm putting in money as well. And then I also put, or you can take it out of my paycheck.
I thought Lü'mis was just like minus 100 gold employee discount.
That's me too.
You know, it's good that I feel kind of also good that I feel like I'm taking some of the guilt Emil might be feeling right now, and we're putting it on ourselves. You know, we're sharing the load or adding to it.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's going to be worth it. You know, I think this will help us in the long run, or none of this will actually matter.
Sure. You know what? The guilt is flying out the door already.
Hella, don't say anything.
Helena, don't say a fucking thing.
You can see Helena's like sweating. I am a knight of honor. I am a knight of honor. I am a knight. She's just like mumbling to herself.
This is what this is what you're supposed to, this is how you combat it. Steal.
After some time, I imagine Cara and Emil finish up.
After that. After that.
Okay, after that.
Before they come down. Feet away from perfectly good cot, laying on a desk that's up there.
Oh.
They are just laying there for a second, looking at each other. And Emil says, Venzor's varieties has been incredible. It's been everything I ever worked for. And everything you helped, that you made possible. But I don't care about it as much anymore. Knowing what's coming. And the money we make here doesn't matter if the world goes to shit, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Not that we shouldn't charge full price for things, because, I mean, gold is still good and commerce is still good for, like, a city and infrastructure. But I think the store needs to become a little bit more. And I'm not trying to get you involved in this conflict. This huge conflict that I just explained to you for, like, 10 minutes while whatever was going on downstairs happened. I may, Cara, if you're up for it, you've got the brains for this. You've got the strategy for this. What do you think about Venzor's varieties becoming a secret hub for organization for the resistance against the Satorum business? Like, can I send people here for help or to organize or to connect to resources? I mean, what I found out in the last few weeks is that we're the only, actually in the last few hours, we're the only ones doing this work. It's just the four of us idiots wandering the continent, trying to figure out how to stop Atorum. Organization needs to happen. We've built up this successful business. We have resources. Can this be a hub for organization?
Yes, I wanted to help however I can, and if this is how I can help out to make sure you all have what you need and that we can help out those who also want to help you, then let's do it. We'll figure it out.
We need a captain we can trust. And, you know, we are soldiers on the ground. We're certainly capable, I've discovered. But we need someone who can organize, who can connect. And city governments have approached us. A fucking god approached us a few hours ago. But I need someone I can trust.
Is that me?
Yeah. That's you.
Yeah. Yeah,
the person
absolutely.
I just did it with on this desk. That's what I mean.
Right.
Yeah. Yes,
Yeah.
of course.
Then absolutely. Let's send whoever you need to here. We can, use this storeroom for storage of secret items that will help those in the resistance, and we'll keep it under wraps as we don't really know who to trust, I guess, at this moment.
I don't yet, but for those I do, and for those for whom it's helpful, we'll send them here. And also, you should know, I'm a member of the Court of Outlaws, which goes against everything we've ever learned and worked for. But the Court of Outlaws here in Venzor cannot be trusted, okay? But members from Mistfall can be trusted.
Mistfall, not Venzor. Got it.
Also, we're going to kill Granic Valum.
Okay.
It's mainly why we're here. I mean, this is good too, but mostly why we're here is to kill Granic Valum.
All right. Lots to do, huh? I did hear he's in town. I know this. I've heard that he's in town. So he'll probably either be at the Ernok estate or at the Valum estate here, or the Valum Manor.
We'll find him. We'll take care of him, and we'll probably be out of town pretty quickly. I want to update the girls, obviously, but that's our plan.
And I think you all kind of lay there for a little bit longer, buying a little bit more time before the girls are off from school. And we will end there just as the daughters are entering into Venzor's varieties.
I imagine, like, as I'm holding this cape, the daughters are just like, "You!"
They also have halberds and they start using them. We'll end there. And I think this could get dicey.
This could get spicy. Love me an episode with a little romance. We'll see if this romance keeps going next episode, which is number 85, which will come out on 4/23. Bye.